Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany for those of you who are new, so welcome. Today I will be doing another tutorial from the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe Vault Collection. This time it is going to be the Armed and Gorgeous palette. This one is really beautiful. It was the third one that I was excited to get. The last one I'm going to be doing is the Ring the Alarm, and it's just like another warm tone palette. So that's why I did these three first, just because these are why I bought the Vault Collection. You almost got that last one for free. That's why I did pick up all four. But I wanted to do a tutorial with each palette, just so you guys can see what kind of a look you could create. One, and two, I didn't want to use different palettes because not everyone is going to pick up every single palette. Some people might just only pick up this one. So I wanted to not mix and match. I want to create a look solely only using this palette. So as you can see, this is the look that I created, and I actually really enjoy it. I think this would be a really great fall palette. This is the only palette so far that I haven't had any major issues with. In the tutorial you will see that even when I wet my brush, I had a little difficulty blending and packing on the shade Classified. It obviously did. It just took more time. It's not a huge deal. It's just one of those things to note, you know what I mean? But I think this is a really great palette. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I created this really easy eye look, then be sure and subscribe to my channel and we'll begin. Alright, so I already went ahead and set the eye with concealer, and it's been dried down now for a while. So for the first step, I'm going to go in with my Morphe R37, and I'm going to dip into this yellow right there called Access. And I'm just going to blend this all up in my transition area. I'm going to dip in a couple times just so I can get the pigment that I want. I'm just going to blend it out in windshield wiper motions. And one last little dip. I didn't do my brow yet just because this brush is bigger, so it kind of hits it and I didn't want to mess it up. I'll just do it after like I did this side. Alright, next I'm going to take my Morphe M433 and I'm going to dip into this shade right here called Agent. And I'm going to pack this in my transition area as well, but a little bit lower, kind of right in my crease, and then almost blend it all the way up to where the yellow ended at the top towards my eyebrow, but not as much, if that makes sense. I'm also dipping in a couple times into this shade as well, just to make sure everything is nice and blended. I'm just going to do windshield wiper motions around my eye, because I'm not cutting the crease or anything today. I'm kind of just doing a basic eye look today. I didn't want to use the green either, because my Dark Magic tutorial had green in it, so I kind of wanted to keep it more fall vibes and the neutrals, because to be honest, I don't do a lot of neutrals on my channel. If you watch me, you would know I really like colors. So yeah. Alright, and I'm going to take the exact same brush. I'm going to dip just a little bit into the shade right here called Secure, and I'm just going to blend this right over top. This one's a little bit of a brighter orange. Doesn't have as much brown in it. It's really a almost pumpkin-y orange. I'm gonna do one layer of that, and then I'm gonna go back in with the R37 and back into Access and kind of go over top of that. Make sure we still have the yellow and blend it all together. And then I'm gonna go in with that tapered Morphe brush I really like to use. I'm sorry there's no name on it. It's from the Copper Dream set, but I'm gonna go into the shade right here called Smooth Criminal. And I'm going to put this right in my crease and just very softly blend it. It's going right around my eyelid, all the way around. I'm going to dip in a couple times into this shade as well, just to make sure everything is nice and pigmented and blends really well. I'm going to go a little bit onto the lid in the inner and outer corner, but not too much. And just a little bit. Alright, and then next I'm going to go in with my Morphe M411, and I'm going to dip into this shade right here called Prowl. It's this chocolatey brown. And I'm going to put this in my crease as well, just a little bit, really right where my eyeball meets the crease. And just deepen it up a little bit. and then a little bit onto my outer V, and then make sure it's nice everywhere. Alright, then I go back in to Smooth Criminal with the tapered Morphe brush just to kind of blend it out very gently. And then same thing with the M433 back into Secure, that orange shade, and blend that edge out as well. And then all the way back to the R37 and Access again, blend the edges very gently. And then next I'm gonna wet my Morphe R42. And I'm gonna pack on the shimmer in here called Classified. I'm just gonna pack this all over my lid, and this shade does need a lot of building up. Even after you wet it, it might be better to put it on with your finger, but I have to like be in the mood and like be okay with like putting my finger in makeup, and today is not one of those days. Not wanting to have to like wipe my finger off, so just wash my hands up on lotion, and don't want to have to go and like rewash them right now. I'm trying to finish this up, but once this color is built up, it is very pretty, but like I said, every time you see me put the brush down, I have to dip back in, just so you're aware. So I'm actually not gonna do any liner today. I'm actually just gonna leave it and then put on some lashes. So first I'm gonna go with my mascara. It's the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. All right, and for lashes, I'm going in with the SK lashes in the style Soho. I did have to cut them just a little bit. I already put on the glue. It's starting to dry now a little bit. And I like to use the Duo Lash Glue. And then I always take a little tool to put these on. But I'm gonna make sure these get really tacky since I don't have any liner on. I wanna make sure it goes on perfectly and I don't have any issues. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop these on. I'm gonna look in my mirror. Just place it right against the lashes. All right, so while this finishes drying, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrow and the rest of my makeup so we can come back and finish up our lower lash line. All right, so we have our lashes on and the rest of my makeup is on. So now we can go ahead and finish up the lower lash line, and I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. All right, so first I'm gonna go in with this brush. It's called the Vintage Cosmetic Company brush. It's step 2. I got it in my BoxyCharm one month, but I'm gonna dip into the yellow shade in here, Access, and pop this under my lower lash line first. I really like the angle of this brush. I thought it'd be good for this. Just kind of sweep shadow on under there. All right, with the exact same brush, I'm gonna dip into this orange shade right here called Agent. Next, I'm gonna take a really big pencil brush. This is from the Illuminate by Ashley Tisdale line. It's number 7. And I'm gonna dip into this shade right here called Smooth Criminal. All right, and for liner, I'm gonna be using my Marc Jacobs Gel Highliner, but this is in the shade Earthquake. It's just like a really pretty deep brown. And I think it's gonna go really nicely on my waterline. I didn't want to use a black just because I think it might be a little too harsh on my waterline, especially since I'm not wearing any liner today. Alright, I'm gonna go in with one more shade before I put on some mascara. I'm using my Morphe M432, which is a literally flat definer brush. And I'm gonna go in to the deep chocolate shade right here called Prowl. Right there. And I'm gonna stamp this right against the liner. I'm gonna go really slow so I don't get any fallout. Alright, now I'm just gonna coat my lower lashes with some mascara. Alright, and I'm gonna go in with a really tiny, like E36 brush, and I'm gonna dip into the white shimmer in here called VIP, and I'm gonna place this as my brow bone highlight. Ooh, that's like blinding. Alright, I'm also gonna pop this on the inner corner. This reminds me like of MAC nylon, so I'm actually really loving the shade. I can't decide if I want to leave it like so stark white or put a little bit of guilt trip on it. I think I'm going to. It's the white gold color in here. It's the one next to the yellow gold. It's gonna coat a little bit of this just because the colors I used were like a darker nudie color. Alright, I think I like that a little bit more. You probably can't even notice much of a difference, but I think it's really pretty. Alright, so that is it for this Armed and Gorgeous tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did, and be sure and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye guys!